Get ready for a mouth-watering adventure as we take you on a culinary journey through the vibrant streets of Penang, Malaysia. Join us as we explore the city's rich history, culture and architecture, while indulging in some of the most delicious food that Penang has to offer. So sit back and relax as we dive into the flavours and sights of Penang, showing you our first impressions of this fascinating city. So walking around, the buildings certainly look very different to the other places we visited in Malaysia, so Kuala Lumpur and Sabah. And also I just wasn't expecting buildings to look like this here. So we've done a little bit of research, and surprisingly it's actually to do with Britain, which I didn't know. I knew that that the British was colonized Malaysia a long time ago. So Penang is one of the oldest sites of the British settlement, but I've got to say, to me the buildings don't look like British style.
No,
they do look European, but I wouldn't say they look British style, but they do look very nice, very oldie-woldy and very interesting to look at. Stunning, honestly.
If you compare it, if I can compare it to Philippines, it reminds me of Vigan.
Yes.
Vigan City.
And Vigan City in Philippines is all to do with Spanish. So yeah, I'd say the buildings look kind of Spanishy, to be honest. It's like oldie-woldy buildings, but they look amazing.
Alright guys, so we have arrived at St. George's Church, and just look at that. St. George's Church is actually the oldest British church in the whole Southeast Asia. That's mental. The beauty of it is that there's coconuts surrounding it as well. You can also see the King's Guard there. They've got a big statue of a King's Guard like this. Alright, so we have arrived at Queen Victoria's Memorial Clock Tower, and it's right in the middle of the roundabout intersection. So it's about 60 foot tall, and this was built to commemorate Queen Victoria's Diamond Jubilee back in 1897, if I'm correct. If I'm wrong, leave a comment down below.
Okay, so our first impressions of Penang is that it's super rich in culture and history, and the architecture is just stunning and super unique.
So we are here at Cecil Street, at the street food area here in Penang. We literally just searched it up on Google and this one came up. So we literally got the grab and here we are. It's actually quite busy as well actually. Look at that, so many. Can I have one Hokkien meh?
Hokkien mee.
Yeah, Hokkien mee.
Mix now.
Small please.
Yeah.
You use the bun to cook the soup.
Yeah. So this is rice noodles.
This one, rice, yeah, white noodle.
White noodles. This is the egg noodles?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, so the locals at that store, they're being so kind. But we basically, the number one thing that I keep seeing online is something called Hokkien mee. I think I said that right. And this is a prawn one. So it's basically noodles, prawns, broth, egg, onion and chili. So I'm super excited to try it. And looking around, all the locals have got a bowl of this as well. So I'm so excited to try. So we've also got egg noodles and rice noodles in here. So it's a big mixture.
So it's two types of noodles.
Yeah, so I guess I'm just gonna go straight in with it. I'll do it without chili first. Noodles are good. You can definitely taste that it's a seafood dish, even just from the noodles.
Oh, that looks spicy.
Yeah, I know. Let's mix it. Because we need to try the broth. Really good. The spice makes it nicer, actually. The spice kind of gets rid of some of the fishiness. Not that the fishiness is overpowering, but oh, it's really nice. I like it.
It does look spicy. Are you sure it's not spicy?
It's not spicy, I promise.
Sure. Dip this in. So it's like, it's got rice noodles and then egg noodles mixed together. And then there's the eggs as well. Let's give it a go. Very nice. No, thank you. Thank you. They're so nice. The Malaysian people are so nice. They're so nice. Like, it's not dry whatsoever, and the the broth is not too strong as well. It's like it's perfect, you know.
One thing I love about the food in Malaysia is that because it's such a diverse and multicultural country, there's so many different influences within the food. So you've obviously got the Malaysian cuisine, you've then got influences from China and influences from India with like your roti canais, and I think this bowl is, I feel like this is a Chinesey, maybe Thai, I'm not too sure, because there's been a lot of Thai restaurants around Malaysia as well. But yeah, it's really nice to just have all these influences within the food. It's so good.
You've got like loads of different options as well.
It's so many different variety, it's great.
Alright, so this has been recommended to us. It's called Laksa. And noodles inside.
Noodle inside, yeah. Yeah. 940.
Yeah, alright.
So this is called Laksa. So I'm not sure what this one is, but it's basically like egg noodles with some another fish broth, loads of onions, garlic, and chili. It's also, I think this is squid ball. This one. And then on the spoon, I think it is fish sauce. So let's give this a go. Oh no, it's not egg noodles actually. It's like a thick rice noodles. It's quite sour actually. It's sour and sweet. It's like a sweet and sour. It gives you that tangy flavour. It's very nice. There's lots of flavour. You can taste the garlic, the onions, and the fish broth is not too strong as well. It's good.
I love that there's loads of onion and garlic because they're like two of my favourite things. I see what you mean about the sweet and sour. Very tangy.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very interesting. I can't, like, my tongue is kind of burning, but it's not hot. It's like a sour burning. Really good.
Alright, so let's try and mix the fish sauce together. Okay, let's have a little taste. It's very refreshing. You know, it reminds me of a very weak sinigang.
Sinigang's not as fishy though.
Depends what you have on the sinigang though. If you have fish, it does. But let's try this one. Squid ball, I think. I am right, it's squid ball. Very nice. I'd say I prefer this than the first one.
Broth on its own. I do like it, but I think my favourite was the other one. Very different despite both being a bowl of noodles and both seafood as well, but they taste completely different. Let's try this. Oh, much nicer than I thought that was going to be. Good. I'm going to try one of the Laksa spring rolls now. So it's got like white in the middle. Almost, I think it might be string beans or even noodles.
Good.
Oh my god. These are the same things we had from the Ramadan Bazaar, but we didn't know they were Laksa. So what we had a few days ago in KL was Laksa spring rolls without knowing. Really good. I like these. So Penang is arguably one of the best places in the country for street food, and there's lots of street food dotted around Georgetown. So we've eaten a lot so far, so we're a little bit full at the moment. Give us a bit of a break. We're gonna go back to the hotel and then we're gonna head for more street food later. So another thing Penang is so famous for is street art. And actually, considering we've been walking around all day today and all day yesterday, we haven't actually seen hardly any. But today I found a Banksy one, which is pretty cool.
Cute one, isn't it?
Yeah, but
It's like very deep.
I assumed from looking at everyone's videos and everything I've seen online that it'd be so easy to just find them. But actually they're so spread around and scattered.
And Georgetown is huge.
Georgetown's way bigger than we
It's way
thought
too
as
big.
well. And just walking around, it's so hot and like sticky here as well. It's very humid. So it's not as easy to find the street art as it seems. Whew.
In it?
And it's a lot harder to find street food than you think as well, because it's all scattered in different places. So we're on our way to try and find some more now.
So we finally made it to the famous mural here in Penang. It's the bicycle one with the little kids. It's actually quite cool. It's an actual bicycle and there's like a painting of some kids on the wall and it looks so cool, man. Oh my god, it's so cute as well. It's so clever, like how they do the paintings, this and that, and then they add it on the actual item, the actual bicycle. What's your popular ice kacang?
For customer, we usually recommend the special one. Oh, it's the syrup. And this one mixed with a bit of sarsi syrup.
Sarsi?
Yeah. Red bean. Got bean. This one sweet corn. This the black jelly. This is the non-fruit. Now we'll put a chunk on there.
It's like the equivalent to halo halo.
Yeah.
So this is ice kacang, by the way, guys. It's the special one, which is 4-in-1, which has everything in it. So it's got papaya, mango, ice cream, bananas. It's got black beans, everything. And then you got a scoop of ice cream on top. We went for vanilla. So there's 3 toppings for the ice cream, which is vanilla, peanut butter, or chocolate. This is what you need on a hot day, especially if you've been walking around looking for something and you can't find it. But let's give this a go.
Cold.
It's nice. It's not too sweet as well. Definitely what we needed. It's like, it's so hard to explain it because there's just so many flavors. You got the sweet corn, you got the black beans, the grass jelly just coming through, and then the fruit, you bite it.
So I've got some banana, beans and jelly.
It's nice, right? Look at that. It's very,
And the combinations go very well together.
very colourful.
But it's got a very nice fruity taste to it. It's very light and refreshing. Like, despite being packed full of things, it's not overpowering at all. Really good. I love it with the banana and the black jelly. What is this?
What is that? I wonder what this one is.
It looks like you pick your meat and then you dip in sauce. Wow.
Hi.
Having your favorite?
What do you recommend?
Depend on what kind of food you like. All those are rare food that you can very see on the other.
What's this sauce?
This one is a satay sauce, come with peanuts, slightly spicy.
Oh, it's like, what's this?
Chili with vinegar, spicy and sour. Sweet,
Oh,
and
that's
normal
sweet, that
chili.
one. What's this?
Huh? Mini burger.
Oh, mini burger.
burger.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try this one.
Yeah, this one special. This one around 5 seconds start. You
So what's this one? What's
clam, bloody clam.
Ah. Alright, so I've got the clam here. Apparently it's very popular here for the locals. So you dip it in there for 5 seconds. 2, 3, 4,
Right, okay. You can taste it raw first before you put the sauce.
Sorry?
You try taste it raw before you put the sauce.
Oh, so we try it raw first and then the
Yeah,
sauce.
try first. Never mind.
Fishy?
Salty.
Let's go in.
So hot.
No.
That's like it's fresh from the sea. Wow. So salty.
So this is a sweet sauce. Because I can't deal with that, it's too fishy.
It literally tastes like the ocean.
Yeah. Clam, eh?
Better with sauce?
It's better, that one. Still tastes raw.
Still tastes just like the ocean.
Chicken dim sum. Leave it.
I love that we just cook it ourselves.
Just put it there. I think I added too much spicy sauce. Ah,
Too hot?
too hot. And yeah, they're spicy now, you know.
Nice.
I like this one. This one tastes normal. I'm sweating. Is this
Spicy.
spicy?
Oh, good. Good amount of spice too. Perfect. Got rid of the fishiness.
Apparently, this is jellyfish. I didn't know you could eat jellyfish.
It might die.
Might die, might not. Might turn into a jelly, you never know. Alright,
5 seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's add it a little bit because the other one was a bit raw. Let's go for, I think I got some sauce here, so it's like I mixed some spicy sauce and sweet sauce. Alright, let's give this one a go.
Very chewy.
Oh,
Tasteless.
very chewy.
Yeah, but the food is actually tasteless. Just you put the sauce, you taste.
Sure.
Not sure.
Pork tongue. Tissue over there.
Oh my god.
I didn't think jellyfish would.
So crunchy. So it tastes of nothing, but it's very crunchy.
I just.
Like the texture on that is
I don't
just
like
so
the
strange.
texture. No.
It's
But
so
the sauce,
weird.
the sauce made it a bit nice.
Yeah, like
but-
taste-wise, it didn't taste fishy or anything, but very, very weird consistency.
Yeah. Alright guys, we have come across this very vintage fire station here at Penang. It's the central fire station from 1908.
It looks
So cool.
so good, so cool. It's like probably the most aesthetic looking fire station I've ever
I
seen.
know.
It's so cool. I wonder if it's still in use.
I did. There is a vending machine inside. There's no staff whatsoever. I think you can literally just walk in, but there is a vending machine inside, and I bought some Mountain Dew just to check if it is actually working or if it's only there for display.
Because
But
the machine looked pretty old and vintage too.
but yeah, this place is actually quite cool, guys.
Yeah,
So if
definitely
you-
put it on your list.
Yeah, so if you're in Penang, put it on your list, visit this cool fire station, which is like basically in the center. We were literally just walking around and then we just come across this. Looks so cool though, look at that. And then there's the fire station, there's the fire truck. Alright, so I keep seeing these on TikTok and I had to get it. So I got the rainbow one, which is only 6 ringgit. But how do you eat it? Just that?
Good.
Very sweet.
Alright, it's my turn.
Very sweet, but
Very sweet.
very sweet.
Very sugary.
That's the grape one and the blueberry.
Very artificial.
So what did you find?
So it's just biting through and there's actually chocolate ice cream in the middle.
Oh my god.
Yep. Delicious.
Of course, if there's ice cream, it's automatically delicious to Zoe. Can I get one tandoori chicken set?
Roti same, this one tandoori chicken set, you naan twice.
Alright, so it's dinner time, guys, and for dinner we thought we'd go for more of the Indian influence, and we have been loving the Indian food here in Malaysia. So we've come to a shop called
Kapitan.
Capitan, and I've ordered a dal and a cheese naan.
And I've ordered like this tandoori set, but it comes with the cheese naan as well. So
So
can't wait.
excited.
We actually ate here last night and it was bomb.
Yeah, so we thought we've got to come
So
back
nice.
and show you guys so you know. Oh, so good. Thick and look at that. Let's dunk it in. Best naan bread I've ever had. Better than anywhere else, right? No UK naan bread is as nice as this. Just the most amazing, rich. My taste buds are just having the best time right now. So much good flavour.
So I've got a tandoori chicken on mine. Very juicy. Taste test.
So good, right? And the texture of the naan is just insane. Penang did not disappoint. From amazing food to beautiful streets, we couldn't get enough of this place and its chilled vibe, and we cannot wait to come back again in the future.
If you've enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps us out, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.